working with people in the fashion industry, and of course the garment industry is a hugely high risk area for this type of activity. So I was really thinking about, well, I don't want to be wearing clothes that I think have been produced by children or women and men in slave-like conditions, and that's what made me think, yeah, I've got to do something about this from this position within the House of Lords.
We were immensely impacted by the plight of the hundreds of women and children trafficked across borders and exploited in forced prostitution. That led us to work on rescue of the hundreds of the victims and facilitate their repatriation and integration back into the community.
Our walk through, we've established a series of lived experience expert groups in partnership with Survivor Alliance. This brings together survivors in order to provide input into the Global Slavery Index, as well as providing concrete policy recommendations for government. Based on the experiences of exploitation and experiences going through recovery in the UK and India, we were able to identify the need for compensation, as well as the importance of giving people the right to work.
Spending time with victims and survivors is a really important part of my role as the Independent Anti-Slavery Commissioner. It's important that we listen to survivor voices to inform both policy and practice. And I'm really proud to support Freedom United's My Dignity, My Story, which ensures that the stories of survivors are told with dignity and agency.
I first learned about orphanage tourism in 2016 during a parliamentary field visit to Cambodia with Save the Children. I returned home determined to take action against what I later came to realise was a form of modern slavery. In 2018, the Australian Parliament passed the Modern Slavery Act and became the first nation to recognise orphanage tourism and orphanage trafficking as forms of modern slavery.
Collaborating with survivors of sexual violence in Uganda and Sierra Leone has helped me to explore a cycle of victimization of women before, during and after the war.
As Home Secretary, introducing the Modern Slavery Act 2015 was a key priority in order to tackle the plight of the tens of thousands of people affected by modern slavery in Britain and in the supply chains of British businesses.
Our projects have the DNA of survivors because we listen, we consult with them, and because the solutions to all forms of human trafficking can be found in the victim experience.
The small group of us interviewed, met, talked with people who were victims of modern slavery. And I can say that those conversations have been the most important ever in my life in influencing me on the extent of the horrors and how this is really the number one issue in world politics and in home politics.